Hi everybody. So I'm ending the first week on Contrave and I just wanted to give a full-length video as to how that's going. Um, I think it's going okay. I did a short earlier in the week where I talked about some of the side effects I'm experiencing on Contrave, but I want to go more into depth about that. So one of the things I wanted to discuss with you all today is that I've been taking one tablet every day, so it's been at night. I'm supposed to be upping my dose coming soon. It'll be Thursday. I'll start upping my dose to 2 a day, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. So the one that I'm taking at night, so far, I'm not having really any, I didn't really realize that I was having any side effects until my boss at work asked me if I was okay. She said I seem like I'm walking around in a fog. And then I realized, yeah, I feel fine, but I don't. I do feel foggy a little bit, but I can think clearly. It's really hard to describe exactly how the feeling is. You're not sick, but you're not well. You're not unclear, but you are. It's really, really hard to describe it. It's like you've got a headache just under the surface, but it's not a full-blown headache yet. And it's just one of those things that is just really hard to describe. And I do realize that it is just the maintenance phase of adjusting to the medication. So that's fine. I'm fine with that. One of the things that I think I need to do is just try and give myself some patience. I'm expecting like huge results right from the get-go. I'm the type of person where, I've done everything weight-wise, and then here I am trying something new and I've got high hopes for it, but I need to be a little bit more realistic with that. I guess some of the benefits that I've shared some of the negatives. Maybe I should share the benefits as well. The benefits of Contrave is that I'm noticing that my body is not tolerating heavier foods as well. Like when I attempt to have bread with my meals, or when I attempt to have like 2 scoops of pasta instead of 1, it's like I find that it's very hard to tolerate it, and I'm not tolerating it well. So, but I'm tolerating fresh fruits and vegetables a lot better. Especially a couple of days of nausea just seemed to like really hit me. The fresh fruits and veggies were fine. Anything that was heavy was not. So it is helping force some change in my decision making. I do try to recognize that this is going to be a long-term thing and not a short-term thing. So I am aiming to change my eating habits without being unrealistic about them. So there's a couple of things that I have done that's different, but a couple of things that I've done that are exactly the same. So I do eat the same meals my family eats. If I make, for example, shepherd's pie, or if I make a stroganoff, I will have some, but I have like a significantly lesser portion than I normally would have, or a lot less than I ever had before. And I'm fine with that. I do try to pair it with vegetables, like a lot of vegetables. Like the stroganoff, the night we had stroganoff, I did like more than half my plate with steamed vegetables of broccoli, cauliflower, carrots. And I find that that's helping me a lot better. Like I focus on eating the vegetables first, and then I eat the stroganoff second. And then I'm finding that by the time I get to the stroganoff, I'm quite full before I even completely finish it. And it's like, I'm also listening to my body's cues, like the cues in your body and in your head, where it tells you, what, you're satisfied, you're not overly full. So now's the time to put the brakes on that. So I have been following that as well. I did mention in my short, I have lost 9 pounds since I started. I started on Boxing Day here in Canada, which is December 26th, is when I started my diet, but it's been 1 week on Contrave. Because I'm usually really good at my self-control for the first week or 2. And then I have a tendency to just fall off the map with it. So, that's where I'm at right now. Another one of the benefits I noticed with the Contrave is this kind of silencing the food noise. I think about food, but I don't want it all the time. You know how when you were a kid and somebody told you no, and then all you could do was think about it, or every time you go on a diet, you're like, oh yeah, I can't have this, that, and the other thing. And then you start obsessing about these things. The Contrave has silenced that in my head. So I'm not, even though I still want things and I still eat things, I'm not obsessing about it as I used to. Another thing that I've noticed as well is that my own mindset, my own feelings throughout the years of being a chronic dieter is that I would tend to always restrict myself. You can't have this. You can't have that. You should stay away from this. Now the Contrave has very limited things. It doesn't tell you what you can or can't have. The only thing that the medication suggests is that you avoid high fat foods because the Contrave messes with the ability to absorb fat. So you have to stay away from high fat foods. And for me, I've done really well with that. I've always have done well with that. I'm not a big fat eater. Like I'm not a big French fry person or deep fry person. And I do try to stay away from oils as much as possible. And more so now. So that has been the only restrictions that I had. But my brain is telling me, having been a chronic dieter, doing keto, doing Weight Watchers, doing Atkins, having done, if you can remember back to the 90s, the Deal a Meal cards, I've always got this restriction mindset where I can't. And at the end of the day, you can. You can. And if I want to be realistic with this diet, with this change in my life, not even a diet, I got to change my terminology and stop calling it a diet and start changing it to my life. Then I need to start focusing, stop that I can't mentality and focus on the things that I can. I can have everything. One of the things I do allow myself is a treat meal. I don't call it a cheat meal because I'm trying to change the terminology I use to be more positive. I do have a treat meal once a week. My treat meal this week was a homemade lasagna that I made with fresh sheet pasta lasagna noodles. And I made it the way I normally did. It was one of the best lasagnas I'd ever had. But I found a 2-inch by 4-inch slice was more than enough. That, with a majority of my plate being a salad, more than enough. And I felt treated. I really felt like, oh, I'm being a bad girl by eating something I shouldn't. But it was really something that I could. And I took it well. And I felt satisfied with it. I felt like I had that extra that I really love. And I topped it off with a sugar-free Dulce Leche pudding cup. I don't even know if I said that right. So if anybody knows the right pronunciation, forgive me. And that pudding cup, it was a no sugar pudding. It was absolutely delicious. I absolutely loved it. And I felt satisfied with that. I really felt like I had a treat and I really didn't go off the rails. In the past, treat meals used to be treat days, and I used to eat ice cream and everything that I would want in one day. And I would like try and gorge on things because today's the day to do that. But now I'm trying to focus on still being moderate with my treats and remembering that all the foods that I want, I can still have just in moderation. But the Contrave is definitely helping with that. The moderation aspect of it, trying to slow down and recognize that you can eat these things and you don't need to eat it all in one sitting because it'll still be there tomorrow. The Contrave really helps with that. It really helps with that mindset. It really helps you silence that noise in your head. And that's one of the best things that it has done for me thus far. So if you're on a Contrave journey, or if you've ever tried Contrave and you had some experiences with it, drop a comment. I would love to find out what other people have thought. If you're on a weight loss journey, drop a comment, hit subscribe, follow, whatever you'd like to do. Keep in touch, get in touch with me, because you know what? We're better as a community. And if you just want somebody to cheer you on, hey, hit subscribe and drop a comment. All right, well, that's it for today. I will check in with a short later in the week, and then I'll check in again next weekend with a more bigger video. So if you're enjoying or you want to find out how my weight loss journey is going, hit subscribe and we'll do this together. Have a good day.